Hey, what's going on? I will get straight to it. So, here is something, I have insight from some of the most powerful women in the trades. I am fortunate enough to work with them and I observe their behavior. And here's something that I've seen the ones that are the most powerful, there's something I've seen them do that sets them apart from the other home service contracting companies. For one thing, what they do is they will under promise and over deliver. That seems really simple, but they will under promise and over deliver with customers, and they're really slick about how they do it. And I'll tell you how. By the way, my name is Chris Gray. I co-own a marketing and consulting agency for home service contractors. I help a lot of home service contractors, and I make these videos for you, the woman in the trades, the woman who owns a trades business. In my experience, I've worked with a lot of couples, and the guy could, and this is not the case for everybody, but in a lot of cases, when it's a married couple, the guy could care less about the business and the marketing. He knows it, or he might know it, but he knows the trade, and he's focused on the trade and focused on the text, and that's where his energy goes. And so what does he do? He leaves the business and the marketing to the woman. Now, guess what? If this business is going to grow, who is it up to? Well, it's up to the woman, the one who's over business and marketing. But this is why a lot of companies in the trades don't grow. The guy is all focused on the trade, and then his wife or his girlfriend doesn't know much about business and marketing. And so the company it might be successful, like in $100,000 level of successful. And that's their cap, where the ones who blow up are the women who are focused on the business and the marketing, and they know what they're doing. So I make these videos to help you with that aspect. That was really long. So let me get straight to it. Here's a example that illustrates the point I'm trying to make. There was this woman I work with, again, very powerful, has a plumbing and HVAC company. One of her techs went into the home and they dented the dryer pretty bad, right? Dented it pretty bad. And so the customer calls the company, calls the plumbing and HVAC company and complains. So what does the owner say to do? The owner's like, well, she was slick, because here's the thing. She under promises, and her under promising was like, hey, we will give you X off your bill to cover the dent, right? So whatever that they have, however they estimated what that dent would be, she said, we'll take that off your bill. And that's what she told the customer. And so the customer's like, sweet, and that's her, by the way, this is her under promising. Her under promising is just kind of meeting the customer's like base level of wants. So that's a big tip when I'm telling you right here. Keep that in mind. Under promise doesn't mean like you're giving them like crap or whatever. Meeting their expectation is an under promise. You're about to over deliver on the expectation you set. And most people nowadays are just happy that to get any kind of good customer service. You know how it is. You're a consumer, you're a homeowner, or whatever. It's hard. It's hard to find good customer service no matter where you go. So when you find somebody who just kind of meets your expectation, you're happy. So she'll meet their expectation. In this case, she was like, hey, we'll take off whatever for the dent. We're sorry, blah, blah, blah. That's what they did. They took off whatever or they said they were taking off whatever for the dent. But now when it came time for the customer to get the bill, guess what guess what this owner of the company did? They essentially wrote off enough money for this person to go buy a new dryer. And they made sure the customer was aware of it. The customer is expecting to get a certain amount of money off the bill. They get the bill, and the tech is like, you know what? We did this, and my boss said I should do that. Or we did this, put a dent on your dryer. My boss says we need to basically pay for the dryer. That's what we're going to do now. We're going to give you enough money to buy a new dryer should you wish. Are they going to buy a new dryer? No. You're taking the money off of the bill. So they're not going to buy a new dryer. But man, what does this do for the customer? The customer they're expecting this. Right, this was their expectation. The owner met them right here, but the owner said they'd meet them right here, but instead of just stopping here, they over-delivered. Now, guess what happened with that customer? Guess what that customer did? That customer has ordered service from this company 3 to 4 times since then, right? So this is basically their plumbing HVAC company for life at this point, right? So imagine the money you're going to make on the back end. You lose $600, $700 up front or whatever it is, but how much money they made subsequently, right? And not only that, what did that customer do? Told all their neighbors. So now they have, was it 4? I want to say 4 or 5 houses around this person, because this person was so psyched about the service they got and told everybody around their little neighborhood. Under promise by simply meeting the expectations of the under promise, over deliver where you can. This is how you get known for stellar service. So I want to go over this technique because it's powerful. Because when you do it, you set yourself, your worlds apart from the competition. Because again, I can't say enough. No matter what niche you're doing, no matter what we're doing, it's hard to find good customer service. So the technique you use is you provide. So whatever the issue is, you provide what seems to be like good customer service to that customer. Yeah. So anyways, edit some of this, Mael. I kept pausing. Anyways, you provide what seems to be an acceptable level of customer service. You do that first. After you set that base level of customer service, and you know that at the very least, the customer is happy with this, whatever that very base level, you set that expectation. Once you do that, find a way to over deliver. How can you over deliver? It can be really simple. You can get creative. Like, it's easy to do this. It doesn't take much to just go one extra step. That looks different across the board, looks different across the niches of whatever you do, but you set a base level expectation that makes them happy. And then once you've, done that, once the expectation has been set and it comes time to deliver, you just give them more than they were expecting. Give them more than they were expecting. And I mean, gosh, guys, this sounds so silly, but it's true. I used to order here in Texas. We have this when I was in college, we have this place, fast food place I used to eat. Don't eat fast food right now. Stuff will make me sick. But back then I used to crush it. And there was like this chicken tender place. And you can go there and you can order 4 chicken tenders, right? A 4 chicken tender basket. And I was in college. To me, that was like, I was rich. Whenever I was eating that type of food, I was like living the dream. I must, I had some money somehow at some point to get these tenders. So I'd get these tenders, get my 4 tenders. When I opened the box, there'd be like six tenders in there, sometimes 7. I would lose it. Anytime I had money to get chicken tenders, I went to this place. It wasn't even the best tenders in the world, but guess what? They gave me more than I expected. This chicken tender story I'm giving you and the HVAC story with the dryer I gave you, it all correlates, right? It's all the same thing, where you set a base level expectation and then you over deliver. And when you over deliver, you make sure that they know you did it, right? Make sure that it's communicated in some form or fashion so they're aware of what you've done. And then I think one of the main things here too is with customer service and over delivering, speed is key. So I feel like I'm telling you something that you should already know, but you'd be surprised, right? If a customer's mad and they call you with a problem today and you're not able to get back to them today, the more it goes on, the more time that goes on, the angrier they get. But the faster you respond, the better it could be. And don't get me wrong, sometimes some customers are absolute buttholes, and that's a different story, right? But for somebody who's just a normal human, if you respond to their issues pretty fast, that looks like good customer service, the fast response. Whereas if you respond to them, 2 or 3 days later, and now you're trying to give them this over delivering of customer service, it makes it much harder because you've already dug yourself a hole. Anyways, I hope that helps. Wait. Before you go, please like or subscribe to this channel. And here's why. That helps other people like you see this video. So if this video helped you at all, and you want it to help other people just like you, then like and subscribe, because that's the only way that it's going to help them. That's going to be the way for them to see this. I appreciate you watching. Thanks.